Good morning, afternoon and or evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am David Game and I'm here with the Sony E3 2016 press conference. That's right, PlayStation's own press conference. Let's get right into the fray, because like them, I want this to be fairly tight. The orchestral opening was rather epic, although I felt it did go on a little bit too long. Then, it opens the God of War gameplay. No number. Is it a reboot or a continuation? That's what I'm truly curious about, but it looks fantastic. Days Gone is Sony Bend's new game, and we've been wondering about Bend for a while. An ex-motorcycle gang member meets The Last of Us, which is essentially what it looks like, and the trailer was really good. The Last Guardian gets a release date of the 25th of October 2016. So The Last Guardian is actually coming out, but I'll believe it when I see it. New Horizon gameplay footage. Now, Horizon was leaked to be, well, not leaked, but rather we were told it was delayed, even though it never really had a date. Either way, it's fine. The new enemies shown were the Shell Walkers and the corrupted enemies. It had a BioWare-like conversation wheel, and there was animal hacking in order to ride them, so you can hack some of the animals to ride them. You face off against a corruptor, which corrupts an animal on the fly, so that was the thing that corrupted the enemies earlier on. And the combat whilst riding is displayed, and it seems fairly fluid. The corruptors seem capable of dismantling your traps when they're not weakened, so that creates an interesting paradigm. Basically, Horizon looks even more impressive every time I see it. I love the look of Horizon. I cannot wait. Why am I like two of my favourite games? They got the name Horizon in them. The new Detroit trailer features a character called Connor, and it shows the impacts of your various decisions that you can make in this hostage scenario. Connor seems to be an android FBI kind of agent. Either way, I hope that the decision-making, it seems very intuitive. I hope it affects the entire game and not just specific segments. I hope your decisions actually bleed through the game. A Resident Evil 7 trailer has emerged, and, well, it seems to be going back to its horror roots. That will come out, surprisingly, on the 24th of January 2017. So let's hope they've learned a lesson or two since 6. It seems that they have. Sean Layden returns. I didn't mention he was on stage earlier, just before God of War. And he speaks about PlayStation VR and how it will allow for Resident Evil 7 completely. On the 13th of October, PlayStation VR is specified as in the US, and that's the launch. It will launch with 50 games, and a showcase is shown. Impulse Gear, I believe that's a developer, first-person space shooter with giant spider monsters. Farpoint is the game's name. Star Wars gets a first-person cockpit view kind of game with a Battlefront X-Wing VR mission. Batman Arkham in VR is an October exclusive to PlayStation VR, so that's interesting. Final Fantasy 15, in the weirdest twist, gets some VR. You get to shoot things, and then my worst fears were realised when the whole thing is play as Prompto, who arguably looks the weakest of the group. Now, you could tell that by the reaction of the crowd. Crickets chirping. But I will play that given the opportunity. Then a space combat sim. Or is it? It's actually Call of Duty, which was surprisingly impressive. And in a clever twist, they didn't show that it was Call of Duty until the end of the gameplay trailer. So, clever move. The first 3 Crash Bandicoots are getting remastered, plus Crash Bandicoot will appear in the new Skylanders Imaginators. So, Crash fans, Sean Layden made the point of he didn't wear the shirt, cool. Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens trailer, and the demo is available now. Andrew House appears, and Hideo Kojima is introduces his new real-time trailer in English, which I didn't realise he could speak so well, so much respect to him. A naked Norman Reedus is the protagonist, and the game's name is Death Stranding. Kojima's name is, understandably, plastered all over this game, because that's what he does. Spider-Man from Insomniac Games, which is surprisingly not by Sucker Punch. That was a bit of a twist, but Spider-Man is indeed coming exclusively to the PlayStation 4, it seems. It looks great, and there's a bit of a trailer going on. Sean Layden returns once again with a live demo of Days Gone to end the conference. The dude created a silencer from a truck engine part, which is awesome. A golem-like creature attacks, and it really starts to look like The Last of Us. Zombie hordes everywhere. Conflict occurs, and I must admit I'm less excited about it now that we know it has zombies. I preferred when there was like this mystery to it. They didn't have to show that, but that's just me. Anyway, that's that. Sony's conference was the best conference, in my opinion, in terms of they didn't waste any time with people on stage. You know, Microsoft's one was great, but there was a lot of waffle. There was a lot of waffle at Ubisoft's as well. I think that Sony's was the tightest conference, but Microsoft had the biggest bombshell with Project Scorpio. That's why we didn't see anything to do with Neo here, because it would look like a joke compared to it. Anyway, that's that. Be sure to tune in to My Games Lounge for any more content you might be after regarding E3. This is the final condensed conference I believe I'll be doing, and thank you for watching them all. I really appreciate it. We will be back with hopefully a bit more coverage. I'm going back to work on Atelier Sophie now for review, because that's how busy my week's been. Bizzle. Oh, and let's leave you with something from Sean Layden.
Everyone, sometime in your life, should have the ability to walk on with an orchestra. It's the most amazing thing ever. Let me tell you. Thank you guys so much.